This is your host, Danny, and this is Dan RPG from English Plus Podcast. This is episode 3 of our series, The Odyssey. A lot of things have already happened in this journey of Alexios, or the Odyssey of Alexios. Just last time, when Alexios was about to kill his father, he just figured out that Nikolaos was not really his father. And he also learned that his mother, Marini, was still alive, or at least that's what Nikolaos believed. But even this belief was enough for Alexios to go search for his mother. Alexios spared Nikolaos' life. Elpinor proved to be a lot more dangerous, and there seems to be a group of people working in the shadows, and Elpinor was one of them. Now Alexios had to find out a lot more about what was happening in the shadows. And to know this, it was time to go see the Oracle of Delphi, the most famous oracle in all the Greek world. So, a lot of things will happen here, and I can promise you that there are going to be a lot of surprises as well, because today's episode is called A Dark Secret, and we will actually learn about a dark secret, but it's not only a dark secret, there are going to be a lot of interesting and unexpected events in this episode. So aren't you intrigued to know what's going to happen to Alexios? Join me in this episode and we will learn about all that. But before we start with today's episode, let me tell you that there's a link in the description that will take you to the custom post I created for this episode on the website. And this custom post is very important because it's not only there is a comprehension check where you can check your understanding of today's events or today's episode, there's also the video that you can watch, because after all, this is a series. While you can still enjoy the episode immensely just by listening to it, because I made sure to include all those moments and all those sound effects, of course taken directly from the game itself, but watching the video is just another level. If you would like to watch the video, take the link, go there, watch the video and enjoy. And there's also the second link that will take you to my Patreon page. Support me, support the learning community on Patreon to help us survive and make sure that we never stop. I don't want to stop my content creation, and I even want to expand my activities and improve the work I do for the learning community, but I need your support. By the end of the year, I have set a target, and this target is merely for survival. We need 50 patrons by the end of the year. We have 14 patrons now, and we are close. It is not impossible to get 50 patrons by the end of this year, and you can help me with that. Support me, support the learning community, become a patron on my Patreon page, and I will make sure that nothing stops English Plus. With that being said, let's not waste any more time, and let's dive in the events of the third episode from our series, The Odyssey, and let's see what's waiting Alexios in this episode. Enjoy. Elpinor slipped through my fingers and got away for now. I could go after him anytime I like, but the stakes are higher than ever. I found the letter in Elpinor's house, and I know that he is looking for a woman. Well, they are looking for a woman, but I still don't know who they are. I have a strong feeling that this woman is my mother, Marini. There have been too many coincidences since I met Elpinor, so I believe he and the people behind him are after my mother. I have to do something about this, but I am clueless. I guess I'll have to see that Pythia after all. I hate oracles so much. It was an oracle's prophecy that destroyed our family in the first place. If that stupid oracle didn't say that my sister Cassandra should be killed, none of what happened to us would have happened. But even I know that I cannot change the past. I have to look ahead now and try to pick up the pieces of what's left of our family. Nikolaos has gone his way. I didn't forgive him for what he did, but I don't hate him. Now my mother is alive, and I have to find her. She is the last member alive from my family. I wish I could have saved my sister on that day. I would have taken her to Kefalonia and cared for her so we could look for our mother together now. But I'm just a mercenary who knows better than to believe in miracles and fairy tales. I went to the temple of Apollo to see this oracle. Maybe she can tell me something about my mother. I was supposed to meet with Barnabas there, but when I arrived, I saw Barnabas with a man I hadn't seen before, and from the looks of it, I could tell that Barnabas told him everything he knew about me. I hope this new guy is trustworthy. I don't really want to kill him.
Alexios, isn't this remarkable? We're so close to the gods, I can feel Apollo all around me. How did it go with Elpinon?
We can talk later in private. Who's this?
Just a simple pilgrim. He just saw the oracle. I couldn't help but ask if she's as glorious as they say.
Well, is she?
She left me with more questions than answers.
That's the oracle for you.
You weren't lying. It really is the spear of Leonidas.
I may have mentioned you.
I would appreciate you showing a bit more secrecy.
Well, it's just he seemed interested in legends. Like you. I thought you might get along.
How did...
You know my spear just by looking at it? You're more than some simple pilgrim.
All things in Delphi are more than they appear. Even I. My name is Herodotus. I'm a storyteller. Or I was. This war is forcing us all to new extremes.
That much is true. Why are you hiding your identity?
I'm here on behalf of a man in Athens. A very powerful man. We intend to finally end this war.
You told me you came to ask the oracle a personal question.
War is personal, Barnabas.
So, you came to seek the Pythia's guidance on how to end the war?
I did. Though something is wrong in Delphi. Guards at every turn, people being turned away.
You don't seem convinced the Pythia can be believed. What did she tell you?
I asked her to show the path to the war's end. She said, spring should not wish for winter, as it brings death with it.
Such wisdom. I don't understand a word of it, but that's why she's in there and we're out here.
I know a threat when I hear one.
You were on Kefalonia for too long.
This line is ridiculous. Are there always this many people to see the Pythia?
These are more than just people. Every city sends a theori or sacred ambassadors to seek guidance on behalf of their people. The Pythia not only shapes the destinies of individuals, but of the entire Greek world.
Imagine what power one would have if they controlled what came out of her mouth.
Apollo controls this.
Of course he does.
Delphi is nothing like they say. Has it always been like this?
No. This was once an open and welcoming place. But war changes things. People seek out the Pythia for more political reasons. Prophecies in times of war often stir violent emotions.
It's wise to keep your blades sheathed. Drawing blood in Delphi is considered an insult to Apollo. Punishment is severe.
I have my own questions for the Pythia, but this line... I'll be an old man by the time I see her.
You're joking! You carry more blades than a field of grass!
I didn't come here to start trouble.
Trouble? Just walk in! Who's going to stop you? The priest?
All right, but if things get out of hand, I'm blaming you, Barnabas.
Is he not every bit as great as I said?
I'm here to see the Pythia.
Only those chosen by the light of Apollo may enter.
How does one get chosen?
One goes to the back of the line.
Do I look like someone who waits in line?
Enter into the light of Apollo, the light that illuminates shadow. Choose your question wisely, mortal, for you have but one. Speak, truth seeker.
I lost my mother when I was young. I have to find her. Where is she?
It's you? From the visions? The child on the mountain?
How could you know that?
You need to leave. Now.
Leave? Do you have any idea what I've been through to get here?
Oh, but I do. While in Kausos, you didn't cower in the face of the priest. A child and her family still live thanks to you.
But how?
No one can hide from the light.
Please. I've come this far. You must have the answers I seek.
Child of the mountain, the cult of Cosmos have eyes everywhere. They will kill you.
Cult of Cosmos?
The Oracle has spoken! The prophecy is yours!
You never answered my question!
The Pythia is done for the day.
I'm not leaving until I get answers!
Herodotus, you're still here. Where's Varnavas?
He's gone back to your ship. You don't look happy with your prophecy.
She knew who I was.
She's the Pythia. It's her business to act like she knows you.
That was no act. She said she had visions of me as a child on a mountain.
What child hasn't stood on a mountain?
I was thrown from that mountain. My life started and ended on that mountain. I'm telling you, she knew who I was, what I'd done. Tried to warn me.
Warn you? About what?
She mentioned the cult of Cosmos. Does this mean anything to you?
I'd heard whispers. A cult unlike any other coming to Delphi. But I paid them no mind.
The Pythia seemed afraid of them. Guards took her away.
Took her away? Then the whispers were true. If this cult has corrupted the Pythia, this is devastating news. Do you understand what this means? Through her, the cult controls the world.
I need to speak with her when she's not so well protected.
That would require a miracle from the gods. She is always protected.
You know more about the Pythia than I do. Where would she be?
When she's not in the temple of Apollo, she's at her home in the Hora of Delphi.
I can't go breaking down every door until I find her.
The Oracle's home is probably easy enough to spot. She'd be the only person in the Hora of Delphi who can afford to live in luxury.
Where in the Hora of Delphi does the Pythia live?
I've heard she lives on the outskirts of the village, but be warned, she will be guarded. Not everyone comes to see the Oracle with the best of intentions.
I'll find where the Pythia lives. And I will get answers.
Alexios, don't forget. Brute force is useless when finesse is required.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Looking to enhance your English skills while exploring a world of knowledge? Then English Plus Podcast website is just for you. Dive into diverse topics ranging from science to literature, history to business, and myths to modern insights. Each episode from our podcast or article from our magazine is a journey of learning and discovery, designed to not only improve your language skills, but also broaden your understanding of the world. Join us at English Plus Podcast, where language meets limitless learning. Tune in today and take your English to the next level. Visit EnglishPlusPodcast.com to start your journey. English Plus Podcast, language, learning, enlightenment. Never stop learning with English Plus. The Oracle seems to know who I was. This is a strange thing that has been happening quite often recently. Wherever I go, I find people who know who I am, although I have never seen them before. Even this new guy I met, Herodotus, seems to know me. Well, not exactly me, but he seems to be very interested in the broken spear I carry, Leonidas' spear. But Herodotus seems like a man I can trust, and he seems to know a lot about the Greek world, so I believe he will be useful. It's always good to be able to surround yourself with people you can trust, with friends. So the Pythia knew who I was, but I could tell that she knew much more than she let on. And there were the same spooky-looking guards there inside the temple, like the ones I killed at Elpinor's house. I have to admit, she tried to warn me, but the guards quickly came and kicked me out of the temple. Well, the Temple of Apollo is no place for a fight. I didn't even try. I might not be a great believer in anything, but I still honor those sacred places. Everything seems to be connected. Elpinor, the guards controlling the Pythia, which by itself is a very dangerous thing, especially in a time of war. Elpinor himself was involved in this war business, and this cult of Cosmos seems to have a hand in everything bad happening in the world right now. If the cult of Cosmos controls the Pythia, they control the war. I need to see her again, more privately this time, away from her guards. I have to sneak inside her house or kill my way through. Either way, I have to talk to her. I need to know more about this cult of Cosmos.
No! Guards!
I'm not here to hurt you. I just want answers.
The Pythia is a sacred vessel of the gods. People travel the world for my answers. But none of them would dare break into my home. Apollo's wrath will be cruel and swift. Guards!
I'm looking for my family. And everywhere I go, people are either lying or trying to kill me. You're the first person who might have some answers.
But they'll kill me if I tell you.
Not if I get to them first. Help me, and no harm will come to you. I promise.
All right. But ask your questions quickly. The longer you're here, the more at risk we both are.
Why would you work for the cult?
I have no choice.
So, all those prophecies from the gods, all those people, you're paid to deceive them all?
Most want to know about love or death. I tell them what they want to hear. But when people want to know about war or politics, I'm paid very well to tell them what the cult wants them to hear.
What is this cult of Cosmos?
They are the eyes that see, but go unseen.
Enough with the riddles. I want names.
I don't know. I swear. They hide behind masks and shrouds.
You said you saw me in your visions. What did you see?
There is an artifact under the Temple of Apollo. It reveals what only the gods should know.
You called me the child on the mountain.
The cult hunts a Spartan child who survived a terrible fall from Mount Taygetos. The artifact revealed that child to be you.
You have an opportunity to do the right thing. Tell me where to find the cult. Tell me where they are, or we'll go find them together.
Beneath the Temple of Apollo there is an ancient chamber. I think they meet there. But without one of their cloaks and masks, you won't make it more than 2 steps inside.
Where can I find one of these cloaks and masks?
There is a man. He visits me from time to time, makes sure I'm well taken care of. I have the biggest house in the Hora of Delphi, yet he still offers drachmi for my troubles. Gives me the creeps.
What's his name?
Elpinor.
Elpinor? He's with the cult?
I can't be sure, but if he is, he would definitely have what you require.
Any idea where I can find him?
There is a fort just south of the Valley of the Nymph. He's been known to conduct business there.
You've been helpful.
May the light of Apollo guide you to your family.
I should tell Herodotus what the Pythia told me about the cult. Maybe he'll have some insight.
Well, what did the Pythia tell you?
The cult of Cosmos is hunting me, but I'm going to hunt them first. She told me they meet in a secret chamber under the Temple of Apollo.
So it's all true. If the cult has done anything, it's fooled this old man.
I can't get in without a mask and cloak. It's how the cultists identify each other.
The Temple of Apollo is by the Cave of Gea. Simple enough to find. But a cultist's mask and cloak? How will you accomplish that?
The Pythia gave me the only clue I need. When I'm ready, I'll meet you at the temple. For now, I'm going to kill Elpinor. Malaka's liar.
The Pythia was a victim herself. The cult threatened her, and I can't blame her for what she has been doing. But that brought a funny idea to my mind. How old is the cult? And since they're hunting me and my family, Could they have influenced the older Pythia to make that ominous prophecy that made me lose my sister Cassandra? But that happened a long time ago. No, I don't think so. They're after my family for a reason, but that can't be it. I talked to Herodotus and I told him that I know where the cult members meet, but I can't go inside with my sword and armor. I have to infiltrate their meeting without raising suspicions. I need to learn more about their plans. I know that my usual solution to anything is hacking, breaking, and killing, but not this time. I have to be smart about it. If Elpenor is indeed a member of the cult, I know how cunning they can be. I have to be cunning myself and get in there, learn as much as I can. Only then I will hunt them down. There seems to be a special ceremonial outfit with a mask, which cannot be more appropriate as I don't want anyone to see my face. I shouldn't go far and wide to find one. Elpenor is a member of the cult, and he must have one. This is what I really call killing two birds with one stone. Elpenor has to die, and I will get just the right outfit to go to that cult's meeting unnoticed.
I can smell that Malakas' stench.
Killing me is a mistake.
Trusting you on Kefalonia was a mistake.
I am the reason you left that island alive. The cult wanted you dead.
What cult? Where are they?
The small shard I found on Elpenor is like nothing I've ever seen. Might come in handy.
That snake got what he deserved. And I got that ceremonial robe and mask, but I also found a strange shard on Elpenor, and it was like nothing I have ever seen before. I believe that shard is significant in a way, so I will keep that too. I never know when it may come in handy. Now I am ready to go to that meeting. I will control my temper and go in with only one target in mind. I need to know more about their plans, who they are, and maybe, if I'm lucky, I will learn something about my mother too. Maybe they know where she is. I have to be patient this time. I will go see Herodotus. He must have learned the exact location of that meeting chamber.
So this is the secret chamber. They're not ones for subtlety, are they?
So, this is it.
Hidden chamber of the cultists. Here, all along.
I'm going inside. Keep my clothes for me?
Best not to go in with your weapons, either. I don't think they'll look too kindly on that.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Unlock the marvels of mycology and take a journey of deep discovery into the divine. LordofSpore.com has 21 unique varieties of magic mushroom spores that will open doors you never knew existed. From the shamanic rituals of 10,000-year-old tribes, to Plato, Socrates, the Dionysian mysteries, and even early Christianity, entheogens have been the key to unlocking the secrets of the infinite realm that we are all part of, offering us mere mortals a glimpse into the sacred meaning of everything we see, and everything we don't. Join us on our journey. It starts with a few microscopic mushroom spores, and it grows into a network across time and space, connecting us all to infinity and beyond.
How do I look?
Terrifying.
Good.
Find me once you've found out the truth in there. Keep your wits about you. Try not to do anything rash.
Me? Rash?
You're late! Very late! It's a good thing Demos hasn't arrived yet.
Sorry, it's my... first time.
A new recruit? Welcome, welcome!
There's a lot of people here.
All share our common mind.
Good.
We're here to evaluate the strides taken by the cult since the last meeting. We haven't met for some time.
Where did they come from?
The land and across the seas, we assemble as a community. Here, there is no war. There are no sides.
You mentioned someone. Demos. Who is that?
You'll learn her name very, very quickly.
She's our leader.
I'm sure she believes that, but no. She's our weapon. She's difficult, but she does important work for us. I don't envy her position one bit.
I'll go talk to the others. Thank you.
Yes, before Demos comes. Who knows if you'll get a word in after that.
Who the hell is that, Demos? Should I be worried? No, I am not afraid of Demos or anyone else. But remember, Alexios, you're not here to fight. Calm down now, and I will deal with this Demos later.
I'm still not convinced.
We need another opinion on this. Why split resources searching for a woman we can't find? If we narrow our focus, Athens will be ours. Immediate threats have to be destroyed. Pericles has to be destroyed.
Not without the mother. We aren't strong enough without the mother.
Don't let Demos hear that. If anything, we should be hunting the father.
We know who the mother is. Looking for the father would be a waste of resources.
What do you think? Hunt the champion's mother or her father?
Neither.
You have a better idea.
The sibling, Alexios.
He's as good as us already. We need to look to the future.
No. Go after him. Now, if you'll excuse me.
I'll need much more information to identify who these cultists are.
Just wrong.
It's only blood right now, but who knows? Demos may ask for our hands next. Go on. Make your offering. We just have to keep our sights on what the bloodline will do for us.
The bloodline?
The mother, the father, the brother. You know, her kin. We need them. All of them.
To use them?
That information is not for Demos, of course. You know how volatile she is. She could rip through us easily.
I'll be sure to keep it to myself.
As you should. Nor can she know we're about to capture her mother.
Tell me about Demos.
She's shown us what we need to know. She's a machine, a weapon for the cult. Someone that unstable can't be trusted with such personal information.
You know where she is?
No, but it won't be long until we do, I assure you. She's the cult's next target.
And do what with her?
I would lower my voice if I were you. Just know she will be put to good use, unless she's uncontrollable.
I have to go.
To our great ambition.
To ambition.
Who are these people? They seem to be very powerful. When you listen to what they say, you believe everything out there is a game for them. They're just playing a big, nasty game. I'm afraid this might be a lot more serious than Herodotus and I have ever imagined.
Pull yourself together, Malaka! You're a pig before slaughter!
I'll do it, I swear! I'll kill him! Let me go!
You like to watch, you sick You're not just going to watch! You're going to teach this little insolent shit a lesson!
Does he deserve it?
Does it matter, does it? What I say goes! No questions asked!
I couldn't do it! But I'm not scared. Not anymore.
If you can't kill a artist, what are you gonna do when I tell you to kill a Archon?
I will! I'll kill Phidias!
Show him what happens to cowards. They get burned!
No. He's yours.
You don't know what the fun is. More for me. With me, and there's plenty more where that came from.
Why they face so sad, like the tragic mask of Melpomene? Your family is safe for now.
Just don't touch them. Don't hurt them.
That is up to you, but I know you behave because you know their fates if you don't.
Please, don't.
We will kill them. Your wife, your child, and then what would you have to live for?
Nothing.
Exactly.
These are heartless murderers. If the richest and most powerful people join with the most ruthless, it's not only me and my family who are in danger. All of Greece is in danger.
Letters to and from the court. Gods, they have a foothold in every part of the Greek world. We're in more danger than I thought. It's strange. I feel something towards the pyramid. It's covered in shards, like Alpinors.
Ah, you had the last piece. Now it is ready. Every time I see it, it calls to me and sings of power. Does it call to you like it calls to me?
It does.
What are you doing? Have you lost your mind?
No.
She hasn't even arrived yet. Gather yourself and hold your tongue, fool. Show respect for the bloodline.
Elpinor is dead. One of you is a traitor. The artifact will expose them. Everyone will be tested. You?
It was a mistake coming down here and leaving all my weapons behind. This Deimos looks tough, and I don't know if she will be able to call my bluff, but if she does, I'm screwed. I can see why they all fear her that much.
You.
Oh, damn it. It's my turn. What do I do now?
Cassandra.
Who are you? Go! You! Get up here!
Deimos is Cassandra? Deimos is my sister? She's not dead, but who is she? Does she know who she's working with? How did she survive?
The traitor is dead!
I need to see her again, but not now. I was lucky to leave that place in one piece. She saved my life. But she looks like a monster. Is that really Cassandra?
Ah, you're alive. There were people in the temple. I couldn't see their faces. Herodotus. They control all of the Greek world. Everything.
I see. It's worse than I thought.
There's more. They have a weapon.
What kind?
A soldier. Stronger and more ferocious than any I've ever seen. Herodotus. It's my sister.
We need to get to Athens.
Athens? We need to find my mother. My clothes. Spear.
Of course.
My spear. The cult of Cosmos called my sister Deimos. She used an artifact to see my memories.
Alexios, the man I serve. We must tell him what's happened before it's too late. You've heard the name Pericles before.
Pericles is the king of the free people of Athens.
King? Athens has no king. Pericles serves the people, not the other way around.
Serves the people? You're right. He's not much of a king.
Save your doubts. He is working to end this war. We all are. If there are forces colluding against him, he must be warned. We have to go.
To Athens? They're hunting my family, my mother. I have to find her.
You carry the blade of Leonidas. Act like it. If Pericles doesn't put an end to this war, we're all as good as dead. Including your mother.
Your war! The cultists are exterminating my family!
You have a duty to the Greek world. We both do. Pericles must be warned.
She is my mother. What would you have me do?
If there is one place where we can find information about your mother, it is in Athens.
How?
Pericles surrounds himself with the brightest minds in Athens. Which is to say, anywhere. In Athens, you can fulfill your duty to your family. But before we can go, I need you to meet me at the Lion of Leonidas, at Thermopylae.
Leonidas? Why?
There's something I need to know. Something that may help us take down this cult and save your mother.
You've proven I can trust you. But let's make it quick, Herodotus. First Thermopylae, then we go to Athens. I'll make sure every single one of these cultists dies by my hands.
It seems that the game is much bigger than me and my family. My mother is alive somewhere, hunted by the cult, and I have to find her before they do. And Herodotus wants me to go with him to Athens and meet with Pericles. I don't know the Greek world anything, but then I remembered my mother's words and what my grandfather did, whose spear I still carry with me. Maybe there is something more to my destiny. Maybe I should listen to Herodotus and go to Athens, and there I will have a better chance to find clues that may lead me to my mother. I learned a lot of terrible things in that cult meeting, but there were no clues to the whereabouts of my mother. Herodotus wants to make one stop before we go to Athens. He wants me to meet at Thermopylae, the place where my grandfather and his brave 300 stood against the entire Persian army. I must admit, I feel like going there myself.
Thermopylae. They say you can't walk this battlefield without getting blood on your toes. This is where Leonidas was laid to rest. I wish I had known him.
If you close your eyes, you can hear them. Their final war cries, before every last one of those brave Spartans perished. Their voices were silenced that day, but their story will be sung for an eternity.
You didn't bring me here to talk about dead Spartans. What's on your mind, Herodotus?
The Battle of Thermopylae still echoes in our hearts. But to stand here is to feel it in your bones.
There's nothing here but ghosts. My concerns are with the living.
Hold out your spear.
My spear? What for?
I need to know something.
Herodotus!
I'm fine. I'm fine. The stories are true. That is the spear of Leonidas. The hero's blade.
Where were Sparta's allies?
The Spartans weren't alone in facing Xerxes and his hordes. Many from across the Greek world were armed and ready to fight alongside Leonidas and his 300. But when the mighty king looked into their eyes and saw fear, he sent them home.
That sounds like madness, not bravery.
It was foretold by the Pythia that Sparta would lose either its freedom or its king to the Persians. Leonidas made his choice.
What happened to Leonidas after the battle?
Xerxes was famous for honoring warriors who fought valiantly against the Persians. But Leonidas infuriated him so much, he cut off his head and impaled it on a pike. A bloody battle ensued, and his remains were reclaimed by the Spartans and buried here. Now, however, He rests where he belongs.
In Sparta. What happened to the traitor, Ephialtes?
King Xerxes paid him well, but treachery breeds treachery. A contract was put on his head, and he died as he lived. A coward.
You knew this would happen.
I didn't know, but I did suspect. There is a place I convinced myself was a dream. Until now. A peculiar structure on the island of Andros. Mysterious shapes carved in stone. Like nothing I've ever seen.
You want to sail to Andros so you can show me shapes?
In my travels, I heard whispers of an ancient civilization. A people who came before. Your spear and that place are connected.
You mentioned the people that came before. Who were they?
They were not gods, but they lived far longer than any mortal, and were far more intelligent. I've seen carvings in caves, strange symbols that suggest it was this ancient civilization that created humankind, and provided them with fire.
But Zeus blamed Prometheus.
Yes. Well, perhaps his eagle has been feasting on the wrong liver.
The spear awakened to you, Herodotus. I trust you.
You understand. I will do everything in my power to help you find your mother. I promise. But first, we must sail to the island of Andros.
I'll meet you at my ship.
Welcome aboard the Adrestia, Herodotus. Will you be traveling with us?
Only for a short trip. I have business to attend to in Athens.
Herodotus is helping me find my mother.
Seeking help from the gods has put Herodotus on your path, just like they put you on mine. They work in ways beyond our comprehension, and all we can do is follow their lead.
You could be right. Herodotus and I share enemies too.
Like El Pinor?
He was, part of a very powerful group called the Cult of Cosmos that controls the Greek world through the Oracle.
Control the Oracle? Impossible! Apollo would not allow that!
Now they're looking for my mother. I need to find her before they do.
And I believe they will hurt others who oppose their views along the way.
By Hermes! The Oracle lost to corruption, and now this cult? Do we know who leads them?
I don't know for sure, but I think it might be my sister.
Your sister? By Zeus, your life is complicated.
Tell me about it.
But don't you worry. This cult of Cosmos now has 3 new enemies. And one of them fights like Athena and shits thunder like Zeus. We'll bring the wrath of the gods down upon them.
Is he always this positive?
Always. That's why I like him.
Poseidon, carry us to Athens!
First, we need to go to Andros.
To Andros, then? We're going to have to do some upgrades to my ship if we're sailing into war.
What do you mean?
Well, she's old, and perhaps not in the best condition.
You couldn't have said this before we set sail?
Herodotus seems to have been touched by the place, and he wants me to go with him to Andros. He said there was something there I needed to see. I am already feeling that there is something bigger waiting for me, but maybe after all, I'm not just a mercenary. I will set sail and go to Andros before going to Athens. I don't know if Andros has any answers for me or if it will add to the many unanswered questions I have, but I felt it too. There, on that battlefield, the power of my spear, the power of the very blood running in my veins. But I had no idea who I might encounter there on the island. I couldn't imagine she would track me down that far.
Alexios, there's a question I need to ask you.
Go on.
Spear. How did you find it?
My mother told me that the Spartan army brought it back from the Battle of Thermopylae.
Why bring it back to her?
Leonidas was her father.
Incredible. And it gives you visions. Perhaps it's trying to guide you. Show you a path.
There's more. It helps me in battle.
What do you mean?
I can't really describe it. It's like I know what my opponent's next move will be, just before it happens.
Fascinating. This is just extraordinary.
We're ready to dock. Is that a door? I've never seen anything like it before. How do I get inside? I wonder if...
Who's there? Come out!
Hesitation only hastens.
The grave, I know matter.
Your form is improving. Your resolve is strong, but you're not taking action.
I was going to.
I know, but it's the moments in between that decide everything. Your turn.
Leonida's spear.
You're old enough now. My father's spear holds a certain burden, but you're ready.
I felt something.
Oh?
The spear. It has magic.
Carries with it a long line of power. A bloodline of incredible heroes. The same blood within you and me and our family.
All of us?
Think of Leonidas. He had great courage. And he made a great sacrifice. You share in his blood and the strength he possessed. We are able to feel certain things happening around us. That is our family's gift. But not everyone understands that. Some recognize the power we bear and want it only for themselves. They will try to take it from us.
I won't let them.
I know. You're a warrior. If we keep moving forward, always moving forward, we're untouchable. Storm's coming in.
Then maybe we should move forward now.
Mater, I haven't forgotten you. By the gods, who built all this? How does a place like this exist? How could I even explain this to someone like Marcos? Something's glowing over there.
Forge activated. Synchronizing retransmission chronicity. Contact engaged.
My spear is stronger now. The cult won't stand a chance. Well, Herodotus will be happy. It's clear. Someone was here far before we were.
That was something I have never seen before. I feel my spear is stronger. All those memories coming back to me, so vivid, so real. I feel I am stronger. There are forces that I may never understand, but I'm starting to feel them. Maybe there were people here before us. Maybe what Herodotus was saying is right. But why me? Why am I the one to see all this? I don't know. Is it my bloodline? Is it who my real father is? I don't know. While I was in the middle of all this, there was Cassandra waiting for me at the door on my way out.
Time to talk! You're not hard to track.
Did you come alone? Are you all right? Cassandra, you're alive.
Don't touch me.
Oh, come on, little sister. You have to tell me everything. What's happened to you?
I don't have to tell you anything. I don't know you.
Well, I know you. It doesn't matter. There's more important things to argue about.
You're right. Like that stunt you pulled with the artifact. It got my attention, if that's what you wanted.
What? The artifact showed the truth. We're family. And we made it out of Sparta, alive.
Yes, it did show the truth. It confirmed what I always knew. You threw me off a mountain!
If that's what you think, Cassandra, you must have hit your head on the way down.
I've heard the story, and not from a liar like you. And never call me Cassandra.
Right, Demos. Now her, I don't know.
She's a demigod, worshipped and feared by the cult and all the Greek world.
Sounds like a fantasy to me. Did the cult cook that story up too?
I'd watch your mouth, or I'll shut it for you.
You didn't when you had the chance before, and I bet you won't now. This is stupid. We need to find our mater.
I'm not interested in reunion. I just want to know what you think you're doing.
Same thing as your cult.
Looking for Myrrine, our mother.
They don't need her.
Your cultists think differently. She's their next target.
If they ever pursued her, it would be to kill her. But if you don't know where she is, that means she abandoned you too. How sad.
Even if we were abandoned, we survived. We can go back to the way things were if we can find her.
The cult has no interest in sentimentality or family. Its only aim is control.
If it's true they're after us, tell them they'll never find Nikolaos. He's off the map. Trust me, I've searched myself.
If I could find you, the other long-lost child of Nikolaos, then I can find him. And when I do, he'll wish he was thrown off that mountain.
I don't care what you think. I'll find Myrrine. Do the right thing. Come with me.
What?
We could find her. Together. You could help me.
Oh, you think friendship is the answer? Running around like lost children looking for dear mater. You're so weak.
It's responsibility, not weakness. I won't abandon the whole family just for spite.
Responsibility? Get off your high horse. The cult has a plan, and it won't be interrupted by the likes of you.
Taking your own mother isn't enough for them?
We're not abductors. We're political. Those who don't stand with us stand against us, and they pay for that mistake.
Like me?
Like you. I heard you're planning a trip to Athens. When you go, tell Pericles and his elitist scum. They're next.
The cult let Myrrine live. They let Nikolaos live. Why kill them now?
Because you live. You brought this on her and yourself. The cult is powerful, but they're mortals. I have the blood of gods, so they think you do too. But they'll see how wrong they are.
I'm going after the cult, you know.
You've seen our numbers. You've seen what I can do, and you still think you stand a chance?
Try me.
So having guts runs in the family, does it? You claim we have the same blood, so let's see what you can do.
We still found each other, sister.
I told you not to touch me.
Demos! Malaka.
Herodotus. He needs to know about this.
I can't claim to know my sister. The last time I saw her, she was just an infant. She didn't know me. She somehow turned into a monster. That cult has quite a grip on her. But I'm never going to give up on her. She's still my sister. But I have to stop her and her cult. They're planning on more war and destruction.
Well, was the legend true? Was it magnificent? What happened to you? And your spear?
Slow down, Herodotus. My spear is stronger now. I can feel it. You were right. There was some kind of artifact there. It showed me a vision of me and my mother.
So, the ancient civilization is real. Alexios, you have no idea the power you possess. All harnessed in Leonidas' spear.
That's not everything. Demos followed me here. The cult's already moving. She told me herself. They're going after us. My family. Pericles.
Why would she tell you? Unless it was a trap.
It doesn't matter. We have to get to Athens to warn Pericles. And we need to find my mother before they do.
Then, we go to the Pnyx. If Pericles is anywhere, he's there.
So now I know that Pericles is indeed in danger. And my mother is in danger too. But I have no choice but to go to Athens first. Maybe I will learn something that may lead me to my mother. And Pericles seems to be a reasonable leader. Maybe I should warn him and gain an ally with whom I may be able to put an end to this cult and the war. So, a lot of things happened in today's episode. I hope you really enjoyed the episode as much as I did. Next time we will see what happens in Athens. Is it going to have the answers Alexios is seeking, or is it going to pose more questions, more unanswered questions to Alexios? We'll see that next time in our series, The Odyssey. But don't forget, there's a link in the description that will take you to my website, EnglishPlusPodcast.com. The custom post I created for this episode will have a comprehension check, but more importantly, it will have the video that you can watch. If you would like to watch and see things in action, you can watch it on my website and of course on my YouTube channel. And there's also the second link. Don't forget to consider becoming patrons to support me, support the learning community, help us survive, grow, and thrive. I need your support. The whole learning community needs your support. Remember, when you support me, you're supporting the whole community as well. So that was everything for today. Thank you very much for listening to another episode from English Plus Podcast. This is your host, Danny. I will see you next time.